Okay, this is Steve Paranto, and I'm going to be talking about grips to play the game of pickleball with. It's great to have a grip that you can build your game around. There are two main grips that the top players today are using. One is the continental grip, which is a shake hands grip, which a lot of tennis players are familiar with. And if you're coming from tennis, this is probably the grip you'll choose. It has no weaknesses. It has a lot of strengths. So it's a very versatile grip, gives you good reach. Another grip that you'll see a lot of the top players using today is basically the same grip, but they're moved up a little bit. And they're using what we call a V grip. It's very similar to a table tennis grip. So my index finger and my thumb are also on the blade of the paddle. And the strength of this grip is that my fingers are actually touching the surface of the paddle that's touching the ball. And that just gives people, a lot of people, just a little bit better feedback of the angle of their paddle. Because this could be a perfect dink, that could be one in the net. And sometimes just that feedback of the blade helps them a lot. If you do find out that you feel a little more comfortable with a V grip or a table tennis grip, you probably want to use a paddle that's been designed for that. In the last couple of years, just about every paddle company is making a paddle that has a shorter handle, bigger face, so that you're not giving up any reach by using that grip. If I use a standard, this would be a great paddle for a continental grip. You can see I'm not losing any reach, but if I use my V grip with this, I am losing just a little bit of length. So we have 4 players here that are trying out these grips. We have 2 that are using a continental and 2 that are using a V grip. A great activity to find out what grip you feel comfortable with is just dinking, because doing that you can find out if you can hit forehands with that dink and backhands with that dink and still reach. Good way to see if you're just comfortable with this grip. So we also have those players that are able to switch grips when necessary so that they're a little bit stronger at certain shots. We have Bonnie Williams here who likes to switch to a little bit more Eastern when she hits her topspin, also using a two-handed backhand grip. There's nothing wrong with a two-hand. A lot of top players are using two-handed shots too. Curtis will switch grips at the net and get into a strong backhand grip on certain volleys. So we'll take a look at that.
Not to get that.
So to summarize the grip, remember there isn't just one grip that you can be successful with in pickleball. The 2 main grips, however, are the continental grip or shake hands grip, and the other one is the V grip. Players that use these grips are going to use them the entire game. Now we do have people that choose to use extreme grips, and if you are one of those players, just remember you're going to have some extreme weaknesses too, unless you're one of these talented people who can switch grips depending on the shot you're going to hit. I do want to explain the difference between a continental and an Eastern and a Western. So continental, think of shake hands. Eastern, think of your hand as right behind the paddle. That can be a very strong forehand grip. And Western, you're actually even under it a little bit more. You will get more topspin with a Western, but it's going to be really hard to hit a lot of low balls. So that's kind of the difference. And when Bonnie was just now hitting, she was kind of switching between that continental and Eastern and semi-Western when she hit her strong ground strokes. Curtis, at the net, trying to pop him between the shoulders, he would then switch to a very strong backhand grip so that he can punch those between his shoulders. It's just you have to be really good at switching grips quickly, and he can do that.